Hello, how do I identify upward large cap stocks? Daily chart analysis for swing trading. So first, large cap stocks, they have a market capitalization of $10 billion or more. We recorded a video where we show how you can create your own watch list. So first, to find those large cap stocks, I'm going to use just swap here because that's the platform we use. And under research tools, we can go under stock screener, and you'll use the screeners to find those stocks. So under basic, we can pick the market capitalization because we want to filter using those. And sector and industry, it's not necessary, but that's something I like to pull just for references purposes, to know the stocks that I'm trading, what kind of sector they are in. And you can take that out. So exchange is important because that's something we are going to use to filter as well. It's not necessarily related to this video though, but when we are filtering our stocks, we only want two market stock markets, New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. So from here we can select large cap. So those are just the one we want, unless you want all. Otherwise, you select what you want here. And for the sector and industries, they have those here, and we can select them all there as well. So you can see that just from the sector, they have 11,000 stocks publicly traded, but because we have just large cap, so it's pulling 379 out of those for us. For exchange, we do not want any of those, but just those two. So it will narrow down the pool again. And we are not going to minimize the pool with any of those. But again, if you want, you can go through it to see if any of those criteria interest you. You can try multiple ways to see, if those filters help you narrow down the pools the way you want it. So as you can see, we have about 337 stocks here, and then you can click on view the list. So it's going to be pulling them out for you, and you can technically export it as a CVS, but then you have it here, and probably it might even give you an option to save or something, I'm not sure, or to name it. But you can print it as well, but I like to export it to a spreadsheet. So now you have your large cap stocks, but you may not know if they are upward large cap stocks or not. So those, I like to do that manually. So on our spreadsheets, if we go to our bigger list, we name them as we are shorting the list. But we start with the original one that we put, those 300 or so stocks, and we have our own criteria to filter again. So the upward large cap stocks, we are going to pretty much narrow down the stocks because we want them to be stocks that are matured, that went through at least one recession. So there are some year limits that we use as well, and we want some growth at deep, otherwise upward, and so forth, until we narrow the list to 79 or so that we know we can analyze within an hour every day. So today we are going to analyze those two, and they are in the list of our large cap stocks. We can go and check those again. ROST. things what I'm going to be doing here, I can just ROST fineness. You can see it's there, and we can look for the other one, RPM, somewhere there as well. So you can see it is in the list, and we, you know, so as we are analyzing the stocks list one by one, we are taking note of those things as well, and we use those to pull the one that met our criteria. And again, we record a few, if not multiple, videos to show how you can create your own watch list, you know, for the year that you can trade from. And the link will be in the description of this video. So we are going to take ROST to think of swim platform. Is free if you have a ChartSwap account, and as we have it there, to know if it's an upward stocks, we will go on the maximum monthly chart. So a maximum monthly chart will show you multiple years in front of you in your screen, and you will be able to see the trend. And as you can see, from whatever year, the x-axis has the year, the y-axis has the price. So I'm seeing 90 here and further down, and the screen is showing some years as well, but it's just too small for me to see it. But anyway, it's before 90 here, and you can see the price. When I put my mouse there, the price equivalent is somewhere here, and today you can see what the price is, $100, and when before 90 is like what, $1 something, $11 something. So you can see, so that just tells you that it is upward. So that is how I identify my upward large cap stocks. So for that to make through the list though, that I will, my watch list, I want a few things as well. I like to see that is going up and is making higher highs over the years. And I know that there are some years here that it didn't create a higher highs here. When it did it here, it took 2 years or so before it did it again. Then it did it again. So pretty much I will pay attention to those as well. And then you can trace your trend line where you want to buy. So you're pretty much tracing lines passing by the higher lows of the mountain. You can start on the maximum monthly chart, going from the past to the present, and trying to go close to the current price as well to see which lines will take you there. But you just don't want to go really too much cross the things unless you think a year or so it went below that trend line. And that is what that gray line passing by here is already doing that same thing that this one is going to do. So I don't need to trace it again. So this is the trend line there that, you know, multiple years, and this year here it went below it to this one before, but then has not done that after that year. So excuse me. And then when you trace those lines, you can determine which one you think is going to be the valley of the mountain that is going to be touching base with. It will be the line that it touched base with often. And we can say that it touched base with this one a couple times, it touched base with this one more times. And so, for instance, then if you think this could be a line that is going to use as a valley under properties, I'm just using this like you right click and on the line, and then you can color code that line so that you know the lines that you like to buy at. Those are the entry point. So now we will go to maximum daily chart, and we have two lines. Even though we have multiple others, we have two lines. You'll be doing your daily chart analysis, comparing where the price is to where you want to buy it. And today is September 23rd, 2025. The market closed yesterday on a downtrend, meaning that the price at the end of the day yesterday, September 22nd, Monday, the price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning when the market opened. So that bar will be red and the price will be red. So with maximum daily chart, I can see multiple, I can see a bigger pattern, a bigger picture of the pattern, see what the pattern is doing. And having multiple lines, and I have my long uptrend lines that are traced as well, I can have a feel of what the price is doing. And where I want to buy it, the price is higher compared to there. Therefore, I'm not going to buy today. So when it comes to ROST though, we make some purchases of it already. When we look at our watch list, it's highlighted because we purchased it already. And we have arrows to show where we buy, and when it's facing up, and then arrows at the top facing down shows where we sold. So this one we purchased it right at the beginning of 2025, right there. But guess what? It was from this trend line or valley line, it created a new high here compared to this mountain, and went from there and reached a new high here, but then it was down. So when I was buying it around this support line, thinking it's going to continue making higher highs, it was down. So it pulled back to this line, went up a little bit. I could have a little profit there, but then pull back again, went up, and is in down. So we don't know for sure if this is going to be the resting point for it before it goes back up, but I feel like it could well be on its way going down. So because we don't want to sell it at a loss, we'll be trapped in it for a while before it goes back up for us to sell it. Alternatively, when it reaches the valley line and start going up from there, we might decide to buy some more. If it does not go up from here, but it went to the valley line before going up where we want to buy, we might buy some more as well. But this is how we do our daily chart analysis, comparing, first deciding where we want to buy our entry point, and comparing where the price is to where we want to buy. And once it reaches where we want to buy, we like to start seeing higher lows. And when we see few of those, we can buy some share at the first or second green bar that follow a pullback. So the next one we are going to analyze is RPM. RPM is highlighted as well because we purchased it. The color is different because chances that we purchased it in 2024. And as you can see, we traded in 2024 using short uptrend line swing trading strategy. So we purchase it and sold it every few days or weeks or so. And we purchase it again around the area that it reached a new high, and then it pulled back and has not gone up ever since. And then we got trapped in that trade since when? Around December last year. It got close to the support line that we like to buy at, though we didn't buy some more. So it went up, and it seems like it could just well be on its way going up from this drop. But yesterday the price dropped as well. And that is how we do our analysis. And as for those two stocks that we just compared, we are negative in them. You can see where the arrow is, where the price is. And we can look at our record sheet. Is a spreadsheet we use to track stocks that we swing trade, and we can go to RPM and ROST. So they are both together here. So as you can see, 2024, beginning of 2025, and we have not sold them yet. The sold session is going to be blank for the time being. So as you can see how much we pay for those per share. RPM 138, and you can see how much it's selling right now. And ROST, we believe we pay 158 or so. $153, and you can see how much is right now as well. So because we don't like to sell at a loss, and we do not set stop loss either, using a long option on swing trading strategy, we like to buy at the support line, at the value line when they start going up, and then exit or sell when it reach a new high, the exit point. Or we might stay longer in the trade if we notice that it can make multiple new highs before it will be done. We can stay a little bit longer in the trade before we sell it. But buying it at this higher level, pretty much this line is the upside wall of the mountain. The mountain will be like this. So that is the upside wall of the mountain, supported by this support line. So buying it there when the trend ended is going to be going down. So we will be trapped on the higher mountain, waiting for the stocks to go to the valley and start going up again to meet us where we are currently. So thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for all your comments. We thank you very much, all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasoap.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. Thank you.